Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. We are in the lovely town of Durbansk over here and it's growing very, very quickly. We've laid out a fair bit more stuff. It's under construction. I've kind of linked them up in between episodes, and so a fair bit of construction going on over here. Then we still need to work our way to this side. The port is building lovely vehicles and interesting. No place to store finished vehicles, so we need something. Where can we actually store finished vehicles? So that's a vehicle that we can sell for like millions, but what I would like to do is, can we send it here? Not a suitable place. Interesting. So we need, I believe we can, hang on, what we can do for the time being is we can try sending it to the other side here. Let's have a look. It's quite a distance though. Not MV, it's not what else, of course, over here. This spot, I believe we can send one over here. I believe we should be able to send it over here. So we can send it over there. The problem we have with this one is, and there's a fair bit of stuff that's still under construction. Really? Is this under construction? What are we waiting for over here? What's missing? Let's quickly just have a look at that. So we're missing workers. Interesting. So bring in some Ironsky construction workers to please come and work on that for us. Okay, because apparently we don't have the right equipment, and then the same thing can happen over here. What we'll also need is some form of fuel connection over here. And bringing in fuel over here might be slightly problematic. I can certainly look at unloading fuel somewhere over here, though I don't think we can unload through something like that. Let's have a look at our fuel storages. Nah, we're not going to be able to unload there. We might be able to unload somewhere over here through a bit of a station. It's probably not going to be ideal in either way. So we may actually find it's going to be more appropriate to try and unload it somewhere over here. But anyway, so fuel is certainly one of our concerns with regards to these guys. So what we could do is we could build another one of those in Durbansk, and I think it would make a lot of sense so that we can open up some more space. Certainly would make a fair bit of sense. So what I was wondering is whether we should just kind of try and connect it in directly over here. So let's go with infrastructure shipping. What is it that I'm after? I'm after a small ship dock, a medium dock. Maybe a medium dock is the one that we are after. Okay, let's move out of the way a little bit. Ooh, we may not be able to do that without... This would be interesting if we can actually squeeze it in over there at the back of that. It might be interesting. It might be interesting. Over here we have all kinds of other stuff happening, so won't be able to sort it out over there. I'm quite interested in maybe squeezing it in over here. And then we don't necessarily need that open space there. So what I'll do is I'm going to switch that on. And what we'll do is let's level from the center. So if we do that... Wow, that's pricey. That's really pricey. So the question that I have is, should I rather try and do this? Would that be more appropriate? It seems like it's working a little quicker to do it this way. It's still super pricey, but luckily we've not got an issue with our funding. So I like us trimming this thing a little bit back over here. Look at that. Looks like we've actually got a bit of a harbor section planned over here. It's a really interesting little harbor, if I might say so myself. Okay, if we do something like that, maybe that shall give us what we're after. Come on. Okay. I think we're pretty close. I think we're pretty close to getting it all sorted out. Now, if I make this a fair bit smaller so I can, well, maybe let's make it a little bit bigger so we can just try and get a bit more of a corner going on over there. Yes, that's the one. Similarly over here, maybe a bit more of a corner is what I'm trying to sort out over there. But yeah, that seems to be a reasonable piece. If I can, I can squeeze it. I can squeeze it. That's going to be awesome. That's going to be awesome. So let's just level that out a little bit to get the terrain we're after. Almost there. A few more clicks. Wow, it's lots of leveling happening. Lots of leveling. One more click. There we go. So let's not build that one directly. Let's find that spot again, and we'll build that one over there. So I like that. Okay, there we go. So we can start that. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and build this little section. We'll get our crews to then go ahead and do the rest of that. But that will give us a spot where we can actually park some of these vehicles and set them up from over there. Never even realized that's going to be a bit of a thing. Okay, let's quickly hover over. Maybe actually before we do that, I had a quick look at the community report again today. It's getting pretty close, it seems. Oh, one of the other things that I've done. So much stuff that I do. I've set up a little train that's just point-to-point train running from here to there. Bringing workers over here. That's the way we get all of these workers in place over here. And at the moment, obviously a bit of a mess because we don't have anywhere to park that specific vehicle. So that's a bit of a challenge for us. This is just a standard one, and I don't believe we can. Yeah, no, we can't park it over there. Can we? We should be able to set up a route directly for it, right? Let's have a look. Can we? I don't think we can. Oh, no, we can. We can set up a line. Yeah, here we go. So if we go, we say, come on over here, pick up passengers, unload passengers, and do the same thing over there. There's a guy with a bit of a problem there. I'm all over the show. So let's do that. Let's make a start, but you're not going to have any fuel though. So you're moving. Let's just see that you're moving. You're in fact moving. The other one was just released there. That's excellent. So they can start building the next one, but that's okay. We'll leave it at that for now. It's going to run out of fuel. Ooh, wasn't crazy about that move, but it's okay. Okay, back to the community report. They are making a lot of progress with it, and it seems that this weekend it's probably gone into internal testing. So I'm hoping we're not too far away from getting it released on our branch over here that we're playing. So I'm hoping to find that in the game in the not too distant future. That would be really awesome if that in fact works. So that would be cool. Can't wait for that. So there's lots of stuff happening in. Notifications are changing, curved bridges. What did they talk about in this one specifically? A lot of graphical user interface things. And I did see a little bit of footage from I think, was it one of the developers that streamed it? I don't know. It's some footage from it I've seen, and it's looking really good. I'm really interested in starting to see bridges and for pedestrians and underpasses for pedestrians. We can even go rail underground and then build across that, and so we can have a bit of a subway system. Moscow's got a beautiful subway system, by the way, so I would be quite keen on building a subway system in this game at some point. Lots of little things like that, which go and have a look at the community reports if you haven't done so already. They are absolutely awesome. Okay, so let's move over to Durbansk very quickly. Sorry, the port over here. Just figure out what this guy's problem is. What's your issue, buddy? Oh, did I do something here with my signals? Let's just see. Oh, of course, that guy's not allowed to go back. So let's just make sure that we mix this guy, and similarly, it's probably mixed that way as well. Oh, look at this. Look at this, look at this, look at this. Anyway, it should be able to come back now and go back there. That should be the plan, right? Are you making your way back? There we go. Making your way back. So lots of stuff happening. Oh, fire destroyed the building. Conveyor road crossing. Oh, this is in our new spot. This is in our new spot because for the first time we have not actually had any workers here, and these guys couldn't respond. This is what I was worried about. Luckily, it's not one of the bigger things, but honestly, oh, that's one of the things in the new in the new build that will allow you to rebuild this in exactly the same spot, because this guy is going to be a massive challenge to rebuild. You can't rebuild it without actually getting rid of some of the stuff. So what we'll do is we'll have to trim back this and that, get our conveyor, it's be a modded one actually. Modded conveyor, pipe engine thingy. I believe it was just the road crossing. Oh, that's pipes. I believe it's just this one. I believe it was just this one, and I'll have to kind of figure out where it's gone. Over there, yeah, over there. Ooh, yeah, that should work. What I'm a little worried about is why am I not seeing that connection? So get the one connection in, like so. I believe that's going to be just fine. Then I'll just go ahead and grab the other connection. Probably rebuild all of these by cash. So we're probably going to start seeing more and more of these kind of issues. So let's do that. We'll build that guy. I'm going to go ahead and build this. Certainly these little sections of the road, because it's now a lot of stuff might now be stranded. I'm going to rebuild that. All the pieces that we basically lost is what I'm going to rebuild here. There we go. So that should be okay. Now, what's going on? Now, construction is moving, but slowly. And the rail is doing a pretty decent job. I mean, look at where this rail is going. Just need to make sure that we all of these sections are in fact being built. So we've got this over here. So I can certainly start sending some fire trucks over here. So let's quickly do that. I've got a few fire trucks parked up over here, ready to be used, ready to be of service. My goodness, we build stuff fairly quickly over here. Let's grab these buses and move them over. I constantly move stuff. Okay, so let's move that out of the way. We're using the Mars buses now, which is a US-based bus, or a Western bus, not a US-based bus, but a Western bus, so that we can have a little bit of an easier time with moving things around. So let's grab, we'll grab all four of them and just move them out to the new fire station. With our new ferry service, we should in fact be able to provide workers over here. So that should be okay. So let's bring these guys in. They should have access all the way over here, and that would hopefully mean that our risk for losing these buildings is much lower than it used to be. Because, I mean, what I don't want to lose is any one of these things. I mean, some of these buildings are spectacularly expensive. Okay, now with that in mind, let's quickly find whether we can, because what I'm thinking is probably problematic over here is this guy's out of fuel. Of course it is. So we need some form of fuel spot over here. Can I go my modded storages and get me that small fuel guy? Yeah, I can in fact get that small fuel guy over here. Ooh, we would need it a little bit like this, which I'm not opposed to actually. That spot right there is not too bad. So what I can do is, I can try and get that to work, though I'm a little worried. Anyway, that's okay. Now, can I just get this connection to work over there? Perfect, I can. Let's pay for that. I'm going to pay for all of this because I need this guy to actually operate. So let's pay for that, and let's pay for that. So now, all we need to do is make sure we deliver a bit of fuel over here. So who is in fact delivering fuel? Who's doing fuel delivery? So I've got a fuel station over here. I see 3 large distribution. It's got a few spots there. So let's see. I hope I can add one. I can in fact add one. Let's do that. We would rather unload over here the fuels. So now it's going to bring a lot of fuel over here. Maybe we don't need that one at the... Well, let's just fill up some fuel everywhere. Not going to be too problematic if we have a little bit of extra fuel around. So hopefully we should get fuel available, and then we can start running these ferries a little bit. That is under construction over there. These things are popping up like mushrooms. That thing is going pretty quickly. We've got a hospital. This thing doesn't have access, so we can't actually get it built. But I wouldn't mind us running a little bit something like this through here. Okay, and then what I thought we'd do is we'll do this. Oh, beautiful. This is going to be beautiful. We'll do a little bit of that. I wouldn't mind us being able to just run it through there. Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. Please tie in. Thank you. Tie in over there. We'll tie in over here. Yeah, so my plan is that we run this guy up here somewhere, and we tie it in over there. Excellent. And then what we can in fact do is we'll... Oh, that's done. Beautiful. That is beautifully done. Beautifully done. We'll leave it as is for now. I believe we should be able to squeeze in a couple of access points through here and then have a bit of a crossing. Yeah, perfect. That'll work, all work together. Let's get all of that built, and so that they can start working on this little stadium construction over here. That should be a good access point here. What we could do is we could do a little bit of this, tie that in there, as well as provide that access point there to the school. That would be quite helpful, I think. I'm going to go ahead and build that, just so that it's not too tedious for us. Okay, now we can move more people over, so let's quickly have a look. And then I want to get into another electronics facility. So people are dying, which is why. Why are people dying so quickly? Let's pause the game for a second while we quickly have a look. It's not a temperature thing at the moment, I would think. It might be a food thing. So if we go, what's our food? We've got a fair bit of food available in vehicles, lots being moved in vehicles. Let's have a quick look around for food. Just say if all of our facilities is in fact food positive. That is a good food spot. This is a good food spot. We probably will need another shopping center over here. That's going to be a bit of an issue. If I have a look at this guy and its walkability, yeah, this one can't actually get to food. So definitely, as we move people, probably another shopping center somewhere over here to provide another connection for food for some of these guys that's not currently getting food. So food, certainly a bit of an issue over there. There's food over here. There's food over there. Ooh, we're out of food in this spot. And we're out of food over here. Okay, so we are running low on food. We've got a bit of food here and there. So there's two spots here that's without food. That's a bummer. With the new notification system, we should be able to mark all of these to give us a notification when they run out of food. There's food there, there's food there. There is a fair bit of food available over here. So that should be covered. I think these guys should be covered with food. A fair bit of food at the hotels. These guys should have access to food over here and over there. Right? I'm not sure whether they're getting enough access to food, but I'm hoping that that will in fact be the case. If we go down here, there is food available over here, there's food available over there, and there's food available over there. On this side, we've got some food availability. We've got some food over here. Those do have food. This guy has food, and that guy has food. So really, our food availability is pretty good over in this part of the town. Let's go and have a look at MV over here and see if we've got food availability pretty good here. I believe that is sufficient. Those three locations there should be sufficient to provide food. Let's have a bit of a sample look at this guy. Do you have food? Yeah, absolutely. You have food. A big building that has food. Okay, that's good. Now, since we have food available there, that's not going to be the end of the world. So really, it's over at Durbansk where we just have to have a look, make sure that we do in fact get the right amount of food. So we've got a fair bit of people living at home over here with their parents. So let's move out. Let's just take that entire building and move them all out to Durbansk over here. No. Stop. Wrong button. Now, let's start moving them in here. I'm not sure where I've filled in people and where not. These guys, yeah, I can quite comfortably fill in a number of workers around here. Excellent. So that's good. I think that's enough people moved out of MV right now, because MV is a little bit more problematic to move too many people out. Let's empty out one of these guys. Should be a pretty good move of people. Let's move these guys out. I'm not sure how much open space is available in some of these buildings and whether we have a lot of room. I would have thought most of these had people in them. Maybe this is where all the people are dying. Oh, that's done. Okay, I think that's a good move for now. We've moved like 800 people, right? Let's move another big building from slightly a different location. So somewhere over here we should have another big building that we can move out. That guy will, can we do something bigger? Let's move out this guy, 500, another 500 over here. Yeah, they're all pretty big. So let's just move out those guys. And then once we've got them moved out, we should be fine. Okay, there should be a fair Okay, then we just need to make sure that everybody has in fact got access to food and all their vital living arrangements are being met. Okay, so that should do the trick. That should really have moved a fair bit of these people. That should give us almost all these people moved to new spots. Now let's quickly find another kind of food location over here somewhere. I'm thinking we can probably do something down here and then maybe another one up here somewhere or over in that corner. Yeah, something like that could work quite nicely. So let's find a modded shop. I do like myself these new modded shops. The 15 is a pretty good one. We should be able to squeeze it in over here. I know they're kind of saying all kinds of weird stuff there, but I think we can. Why are you suggesting you're in trouble and can't be? That's quite interesting. Saying you've got a problem with infrastructure is really not quite what I'm after, is it? So that should work. Alright? You should be able to level. That's really weird. There's certainly, and it feels like there's enough space there, but let's find something else, a medium grocery store. That one. Can we get something a little smaller in here? We should be able to. Honestly, guys, that should work. That should work. There we go. Oh, it's gone over the rails a little bit over there. So we'll get that guy up and running. I'll probably pay for it a little bit. Okay, so what we need over here is a couple of storage facilities. So something smaller like this guy. Okay, so we'll get this guy right up there. We'll get a bit of storage going on over there. Then let's get a cold storage. And we'll just get this small cold storage. Ooh, I'm not sure that's going to work. Actually. We may be able to get that to work. Come on. Come on. Yeah, I'm not sure that's going to work. That's like a no clash things. It's kind of situation. Oh, that's very close. That was really close. That is really close. Can I get that to connect? Come on. I'm not sure that's going to work, but we'll try it. We'll try it. I'm trying to fill in a few more things here. So if we want one of these connections in there, I was really hoping that'll work. Come on. Oh, look at that. You gotta be kidding me. Now this one doesn't want to work? How? How is that the issue? Let's cancel that quickly. We'll re-squeeze this guy. I can't believe this guy didn't want to work. Let's just try it one more time before we go in and demolish it. I was sure, unless it might be working from this angle. No, certainly not. Certainly not. So it's not. It's going to be pretty useless to us over there. So let's do that. Let's try it one more time. And apologies if you didn't. Oh, I added some more stuff here. Oh, I love this game with its the whole modded nature of everything here. Now, I love constantly having a look at a little bit of new stuff. So I'm just going to go ahead and place that guy, and that should be fine. So I don't know why that was an issue. And then this guy, just need to turn it a little. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. I'll go ahead and pay for that. I'll go ahead and pay for these little road connections, because these little road connections end up taking so much time while the buildings themselves are pretty quick and easy to get built. So I'll do a little bit of that so we can get things up and running a little bit quicker. We need food over here as a matter of urgency, so I'll keep an eye on. If they can't get this built pretty quickly, we'll see about doing something else there. We'll see about paying for it. Okay. Now, what I wanted to do, we are not producing, and something that I've never had a bit of a look at was our Over here. So if we're going at looking at electronics, guys, so we've got a total amount of, not too bad. In vehicles is not too bad. In buildings. But I think these buildings are not where they're being produced, but in fact where they're being stored to be sold. So we're moving them out somewhere. But let's quickly have a look. If we come in over here somewhere. Apologies for the flying around. So this is where we're producing electronics at the moment. It requires mechanical components, electronic components, and plastics to produce this, and we don't have enough plastics over here. So potentially, if we're going to go about doing this, we cannot export anymore. So really, one of our big issues here is the fact that we've got one of these small guys over here. Now, can we be a little cheeky and squeeze in another one, because that will speed things up a little bit over here. I think the fact that we've just got the 4 is a bit of a challenge to us at the moment. So we should be able to double that up. So let's quickly have a look. If we're going, what are these guys? Forklift facilities. If we do this guy, see, that guy, it's not going to work as nicely as this one, and that's probably why I've used it. So if we go and squeeze in a little something over here, we should be able to squeeze it in. But it won't actually align to some of these things. Okay. Now the question is, do we just add something? Yeah, it's very constrained. Maybe what we'll do, maybe what we could do is do the standard facility. This one, can we? That's almost more realistic. And it's going to give us a bit of a double up there. So let's get rid of this connection, and we'll go ahead and squeeze this guy in, and I might just end up paying for it. There we go. I think that'll work. So if we do that, and I go ahead and tie, I hate it when it does that, tie that one in, pay for all of this because we don't want to stop production. I've been squeezing a few things in here and there to make things work a little better. So yeah, to be honest, maybe plastics is the one that we need. I don't have forklifts, do I? Forklifts take ages to go somewhere. Ages. Do I have forklifts? I didn't think so. A few other things that I've got, but I don't have forklifts. I'm going to buy a couple of forklifts here. We'll need to make sure that gets fuel delivered to it. I hope that'll work. Let's buy some forklifts. Is this the US one? Let's get some US ones. Let's get a bit of a double up going on over here. Okay. So with that in mind, let's say you want to do everything you can. So at Zocho warehouse, you're going to... That's a little weird. This one. Sorry, I've got the wrong stuff here. You would like to load that, you would like to load this one, you would like to load that one, and you would like to load this one. You would also like to unload this one and that one. That's interesting. Now, at Zocho Electrical Components, Zocho, I don't know if that's how they say it, obviously not. And this and that. And at the, where, okay. Electronic assembly, we're gonna pick that up and we're gonna drop off these necessary products. So now, probably not gonna have any fuel available. Okay, so we've at least doubled up our carrying capacity. Actually, I think the other Soviet ones are better. Now, this guy, Morgan Valley. Please also come and drop off some fuels over here, please. So hopefully we'll get a little bit of forklift fuel over here. So these guys, I'm hoping these guys will be moving a lot more stuff. Now, plastics needs what exactly? Oil and chemicals. Chemicals should be aplenty. Oil is a problem. We don't have trains that's running around with oil, but we will have shortly. We've got the facility up and running. We've got the oil available. So, a bit of a plastics facility over here. I'm pretty keen on getting a bit more of an industrial area going on over here. I'm not going to do massive industrial components, but a little bit more is going to be just fine. So what I'm interested in is there's a fair bit going on over here with regards to the rail. So how we get a rail connection in is a bit of a challenge. We'll have to have a look at that. So let's run some of these roads, and yeah, I'm going to move away from the best of the best with the sidewalks and the lights, just so that they build a little quicker. Really, they're tediously slow at the moment. So that's about the right connection there as the main point. Oh, the new update's going to have fences, guys, so we can have proper compounds being built. So if we do a little bit of this, and we'll run it straight for a little while longer, and then we'll go about turning it up into that specific direction. Yeah, I like that a fair bit. Now, a few things that we need to do over here. I was thinking plastics. So if we go with a plastics factory, that takes about 9 tons of chemicals, 50 tons of oil, and it produces, so 3 tons a day, 27 tons of fuel a day, and it produces 6.6 tons of plastic. So I'm thinking maybe 2 of them. 2 of them. Okay, and we need oil in here, and we need chemicals in here. So if we have a look at our cargo stations, so if I do this guy, right, this guy doesn't actually unload any oils. What do we have over here? Small cargo terminal. What does this guy do? I wouldn't be able to unload that, right, would I? And this guy, I like some of these things. A medium cargo terminal. This is awesome. This is awesome. Got a little bit of warehouse space for everything, really. What does that actually look like? Let's zoom in a little bit. Is that like a plane? Oh, it's cargo terminal. It's at the airport. That's why. Okay, definitely don't want to do that. Now, so to unload fuels and stuff, it's going to have to be this guy. Okay, we'll sort that out. So let's do this, and we also wanted electronics in here. So let's do a little bit of this. Now, if we run, the question is, we could potentially, yeah, get something out of the way over here somewhere. So if I wanted to do something like this, right? So there's another one of these guys so close. Alternatively, we can do it over here. Ooh, what's that? There's this little piece missing here. I think it's a section of, yeah, it's a section of this. Let's do that. Get that all fixed up so we don't have any problems. So potentially we can extend through here. Or, you know what? We can start it on this side instead. Because I want to be able to deliver passengers here as well. So let's start it on this side instead. So let's find the appropriate spot for some of these things. Mod cargo station, this guy. So I'm quite comfortable to have it pretty close if we're going to do one way only. Alternatively, I can have it all the way back here. Yeah, that's probably a little bit better. Well, we don't need it to connect straight away. Now, what we're going to unload here, okay, actually up here is probably about right. So let's see about squeezing it in somewhere like that. The other one we're going to need to do is get a passenger, some kind of passenger station. Platform. I'm thinking we only need a little, but we do need a little bit of space there though. Okay, hang on. let's figure this out first. So modded storage instead. So we would definitely like to get a little bit of storage sorted out here for practically everything, really. Well, let's see some of these new guys. How's this guy? That guy's not bad, but it doesn't have all the kind of connections that I'm after. What is this guy? That's grain. Grain. What is this? How many connections? It feels like so few connections, really. It feels like so few connections. Wow, that's tiny. That's also small. This is a big one. This is about the biggest one we can get, and it's got a very small little handful of connections. Maybe that's not quite what I'm after. Maybe this guy is more my base. That's not the one though. This is the universal storage instead. Well, actually, got a fair bit of not the room that I would like. This might be where we go back to the old one. I don't mind us using this. We'll need to make sure we've got enough space for everything to be built. Okay, so maybe what we could do, I'm just thinking about this though, maybe what we could do is we could build a couple of them. That would be sensible. Yes, what we could do is we could do a couple of them over here. Actually, we probably need to run them both into this direction. So something like that could be sensible. Then we could have a bit of a forklift facility in the middle there. That'll move things from the one to the other one. I like that actually. That's not a bad idea. Let's get that going. A modded one though, so we can have a few more pieces there. A modded forklift facility right here. I'll show you what I have in mind. So if we do the modded forklift facility right in there, that's actually going to be really cool. It's just going to move it from the one warehouse to the other warehouse. I like that. I like that. And then on the one hand, we will have, and I do need to make room for the oil piece. Maybe that's up here. Maybe that's the other side. Okay, so let's have a look. So what I also want factories. So the two factories that I'm after. Factories, I'm after a plastics factory. Plastics factory and an electronics assembly hall. So if that's the plastics factory, how much do you make? That's a fair bit more. Is that consumption ratio different? Oh no, it does less. This one does less. That's interesting. That is okay. So if we do the plastics factories up here, we need to just be mindful. So with that road connection there, it's probably going to be a little bit problematic for us to do that. So that's not going to work. What we can, however, do is we can try and get this guy. I don't really mind which one you're about to take. You can probably get it a little closer even. Something like that. You just need to have the right room area for that pipe connection there. And we'll do a separate one over here. I'm not going to link it to the other one. Just want to make sure. Well, actually, I think the right way to go about it is to get it connected and then cancel that guy. Okay, so two plastic factories over here. They're both a little less, so that we've got plastics being produced. We need to, I think we can just unload somewhere over here and then we can get back in. And we'll see how we get out there. And then on the other side, I would like the assembly halls. And how much are you doing? 6 tons? Okay, fine. So let's do... Well, we basically just need both of you to be... So if we do something like that, and we do... something like this, I think that's going to be awesome. Let's demolish that little section. We don't need that connection. And what we'll do is we'll grab this connection over there. There we go. Let's go ahead and get that all sorted out. So that means we only still need a little bit of. Okay, well we need to get our rails in here. So let's get our rails done. I've got a bit of an idea. Can we get these to get back in as quickly as possible? So, oh, the issue with this one though. Let's do that. That looks really terrible, by the way. That looks really terrible. So this one, maybe we can get a fuel unloading facility in here. So if we go with, actually it's the modded cargo stations and fuel. Yeah, I think we need to move things around a little. Get a little bit more space here. Honestly, didn't like that too much either. So if we say, let's go and hug the, maybe not from there, let's go and hug the road over here. I can't wait till we get a bit of snapping going on. Actually, before we do that, can we just extend this guy a little? Yeah, okay, now let's hug that. Are we comfortable with that? Shall I retry this? Can I? Yeah, there was an issue there. Okay, can we try and get this one in pretty quickly and then try and get that one in? I like that. I don't... if it's long trains though, this could be a bit of a challenge. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe that's a little too close. Maybe that's a little too close. Let's go back there. Okay, so something like this. I think that's going to be just fine. Now let's find the other bit, the cargo station. Modded cargo station, it's going to be this oil fuel loading, unloading facility over here somewhere. Getting it a road access is probably going to be something like this. Yeah, that's going to be fine. That's going to be just fine. Right there. Okay, we'll have to have a look at that rail section. So we can quite comfortably get a little bit of road going on this way. Get all of these guys connected up. I'm not too sure what's happening over there, but get these guys connected up over here. Now, we need some storage, so let's get the oil storage over here. I'm going to go with the smaller ones, because the smaller oil storage are pretty good still. We're going to have a little bit of a challenge on our hands with regards to the road connection though. Let's have a look at that. See if we can squeeze a bit of a road connection through here. Honestly, I knew this was going to be a bit of a challenge. We don't need a major road connection though, but we do need some form of road connection. Okay, let's get rid of that and we'll try something from this side. Oh, I wanted to check, did we have fuel? Okay, let's park this for a minute and quickly have a look at this guy. This guy is in fact loading up people, isn't it? Why? Oh, this is not powered. There's the problem. Let's see about getting it powered ever so quickly. Where is my closest power? This guy is powered. Honestly. The one thing here that's not powered. I'm kind of tempted. Can I move this? No, I don't think I can move this closer because that will not be powered. Can I move this closer? Okay, let's try that. Let's try that. Modded substation. Power substation. Here we go. Squeeze it. Okay, so if we do that, let's see. Can I close this out? Now, what I'm going to do, I hope everything will be powered. So let's demolish you, and I'm also quite keen on getting rid of some extra bits and pieces like that. So now let's try that again. I didn't do a lot of due diligence with regards to what I can and cannot actually get all sorted out through this. So I'm hoping everything will in fact still be powered. Everything seems to be powered. We're without food here. Oh, I should have sorted that out a little quicker. Probably still losing people. Gonna have a look at the food situation now. That guy's been loaded, and there we go. It's moving pretty rapidly. This guy is trying to finalize that. It's moving pretty rapidly, not quite as quickly as some of our trains are, but that should be pretty good. Okay, let's quickly have another look at the food situation that we said we'll sort out. Oh yeah, these guys certainly have big issues with food. Even over here, food availability in Durbansk is not great. And we've got our own source of food right down here. So are we not getting enough workers? Yeah, we're not getting enough workers in there. What's our food situation looking like in here? Very limited. Very limited. Give me a few more buses to go onto this route. What is this route that we're doing here? Durbansk food workers. So let's grab a couple of buses. Well, at least this one. We need to move it first. So let's move it in over here. Let's grab at least 2 more buses. Oh, the line spacing thing is going to be selectable per route in the next update. That's absolutely awesome. Let's quickly do Durbansk food. Food workers, I want you on there, and start please. And similarly, I would like you on the Durbansk food workers. Oh, come on. And start. There we go. So if we get at least 2 more buses on there, hopefully that means we'll get there a little quicker. What's currently being built? There's a few things being built. Let's make a little bit more room here. Just a few each time we get around, just to make sure everything's working. Okay, so with more food production, I think we're running out of food production there really to feed Durbansk. That was the real issue. Now, back to this. Okay, so our oil. Okay, and we obviously need to get a bit of a, so oil conveyor pipe engine kind of thingy. I'm not sure. Oh, I still needed the road there. Okay, let's get rid of the rail. Oh, I need to be mindful of this guy. Let's quickly trim this rail a little bit. And the idea is on this side, actually, probably up here is going to be just fine. Now, give me a bit of a road. If we do that, I'm hoping that means we can also still do this. Yes, that's the case. Oh, come on. There we go. There we go. Nice, so that should work. Now we just need the piece that's missing is a bit of an oil pumping facility. That's going to split that off for us. Oof, that's huge. Yeah, but we could fit that in. We should be able to fit that in. Let's just redo this thing. Don't have to have it on that alignment. We can bring it much closer to this side. Let's go back, try that one more time. Get me my oil pumping facility. So if we do that, can I please link this up? Come on. Come on! Oh, yeah, trying to do a bit too much here. And too short a little area, or too small little area. Let's do a little bit of this. Let's try connecting that up. That looks pretty good. Can we now still squeeze this through? Certainly not. Certainly we cannot do that. Yeah, it gets out of hand. It gets out of hand pretty quickly. Okay, so what I'm gonna do. What is this? I'm losing it. I'm losing it. Why the hell? Oh, we couldn't get a fire truck there because of funky road arrangements. That's the thing. Oh, crap. This is happening way too often. Way too often. This is going to be a nightmare to rebuild. A nightmare to rebuild. Can I just make this two-way from there or something? I'll just make the whole thing two-way for the time being, and we'll come back with that. Okay. This was a dry bulk thingy-majig. It's this guy. And of course, we're not going to get it to work. Oh, that's... There we go. Build it. Build it immediately. And what I'm going to do here to try and sort this out, get that to work, I'm going to do my one-ways slightly differently. Well, I'm just going to do one way up to there. So this section is two-way, so hopefully fire trucks over here can just pop up and do their thing now. It's crazy, absolutely crazy how I end up with that kind of crap. Ooh, stuff has happened. Okay, because stuff has happened, I'm just gonna... Oh, actually, all of that needs to be moved. Let's retry. Let's do a little bit of this. So now, let's see about moving that up here. Yeah, that looks... That looks reasonable. So if we go with this guy now, come on, you can definitely. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? I need to find. Maybe this is the way we're going to do it. Yeah, I think that's better. That's way better. That's way better. Give me my rail. I think this will work now. Come on. Really? Still too close? Well, if that's the case, what we're going to do is we're going to get way more aggressive with this thing. I think the idea is that we need a fair bit more room there. So something like that, okay, and now what we'll do is we'll turn is too sharp. I'm trying to be a little bit. So if we do that, can we now run the rail through here? We can. We can. Okay, so now trim that all back, get the rail all the way back over there. Ooh, that's actually looking pretty good. We won't be able to do that, so let's just make sure we tie that in over there. We'll trim this guy back. It's amazing. Amazing to how much effort you go, and then you end up with crazy stuff like this. Okay, now let's try that again. Now let's see. Ooh, we need a rail through here first. So before we get crazy with that, let's get the rail through there. I'm gonna check our. So if we go, can we actually run that pretty straight through there? We can. So through that. That should be pretty good, actually. That should be pretty good. Excellent. That would work. We'll see. We'll see how this works. We'll see how that works. We'll see how that works. Okay. Roads are in their pipes. We need pipes. Get the pipes. Yeah, that's a little awkward. Up, down, and around. There we go. I think that's going to be useful as is. Now let's get all of that constructed. We'll come back with that. Let's just make sure we get the roads going. These guys are going to get everything they need right over there. So what we're going to do is we're going to get a bit of a road coming down here. We might get a bit of a fire truck or something. And what we'll do is we will get in here pretty close. Like that. There we go. That's not bad at all. We can, of course, tie all of these in. We'll need to do. Something like that is pretty good, I think. Too many road connections. Let's do that. So now we'll have a little bit more capacity over here. It's not going to be tons, and I didn't do the math. I know some of you are quite disappointed if I don't do the math, but I'm not going to do the math. What we'll do is we'll squeeze out the rail through there, get it running down there. So let's just check that we can in fact do that. The plan is we run a little bit of rail through there. Something like that. I like that idea a fair bit. Now, what we can do is we can also get a passenger rail over here. So let's get our passenger rail in place, and we'll do them all based on the one little loop there. I think that's going to be pretty cool. This is going to be a pretty cool little setup, I think. A very compact one, by the way. And it's not in the correct ratios or anything like that. The idea is to add a spot with a little bit more surplus for some of our goods, whether that's electronics or plastics, which is what we're going to produce here. But that's going to be pretty much it. So platform / station. Let's quickly do that, and then we'll just finish this piece off. We'll just finish this off, and it probably doesn't need something too spectacular. It probably doesn't need something too spectacular. Something like, yeah, let's see about this. That's going to be pretty good, I think. That's going to be pretty good to get people where they need to go. We'll see about that. We'll see about that. Now, rails. I just want to finish off the rail design. So the plan would be we may do a little something like this. Is it the other way around? Is it? No, it's not the other way around. I think, to be honest, I think what we do is we get this pretty tight here. Actually, this is the one for us, I think. So it comes in this way, and then what it does is it leaves down that way. Now, in order for that to happen, we'll need a little bit of room. Yeah, let's trim that back because something's funny over here. Yeah, I'm gonna finish this off now. We'll do a little bit of this. Straighten it up just a little bit more. Actually, we can already do this. Probably need them about equal lengths. We do something like that. It can come in and go back that way or that way. The piece that it can't do at the moment is run. Well, that's actually something we definitely don't want, because we want this to operate as a one-way loop. So it's going to go in. No. It can come in this way, and then it can come in this way, and it can leave this way or that way. Yeah, okay. I'm being crazy. Can leave this way or that way. Yeah. So it's going to come in from the one side, really, is what we're saying. So instead of having it come in from over here, which is always going to be a bit of a struggle, to be really honest with you now. You know what? I am not going to come in right there. We're going to come in much closer to this guy. Should we give it a little bit of room or just come out straight over here? They could lock each other up there, but I'd rather have the line go. I'm not sure if this will work properly, but anyway, that's okay. And then from here, actually trim it back a little more. I actually don't mind this too much. But from there, what we'll do is we'll hug that section. We'll also go straight over there, and then from here you can quite comfortably do that. Now, remember, point to point. I forgot about the point-to-point system. So, what we'd rather do, maybe we don't do it this way around. Maybe we, that's okay. That is okay. So what we actually should be doing, let's come back, let's try that again. And let's make sure that we're actually looping around this way properly. Something like that. Something like this. It's awkward. It's really awkward, but it's off of the main line. Yeah, we don't need this to be super. That's fine. So we've got a little bit of a stop over here. These guys are running through here, which is of course not ideal. But we'll see. All of that's not too bad right now. Going out, going back this way. Let's tie that one in. Back this way. Now, let's see I like this a little bit more. Let's make sure we get the appropriate distances on all of these. And what we'll do is there we go. We'll run that through there. There we go. Oh, I like that. This is not... You know what? What I'm thinking. This is not great, guys. This is not great. By the way, it's not great. But what I'm thinking is we could get this a little bit better by doing something like this. Let's hug it. Now we're only clashing with pedestrians, which is not great. But maybe in the next update we'll put pedestrian underpasses as opposed to everything else. Nice. Look at that. Look at that. How about that? So limited conflict. This is not ideal, especially considering close proximity to this. But I think it should be okay. So let's go with that. I think that might disrupt a lot of stuff over here, but that's going to be our new plastics facility over here. There's a fair bit of construction going on over here already, and this has been done. So let's go ahead and move our stuff over here. Look at that, guy. Look at that. Look at that. Splish. Now go over there, see how many we can park. We should start looking at building something a little bit bigger. These will be the first guys, and I wanted to have a look at a few things. Okay, so with that in mind, we'll start the construction process for that. Wow, look at this. Do we have people over here? Okay, this guy is dropping off some workers, and I'm hoping it'll get there, and hopefully we'll add the extra ones. Let's just quickly see what's happening with this. Welcome! Still has a ton of workers on board, so we're not getting workers everywhere we need to get workers. Oh, that's cool. They're all working over here, so hopefully we'll get everything nice and fire ready. What we could do is we could certainly start getting a few connections over here. We'll connect that up. That should be fine right there. We don't need anybody to walk down that way. Let's pay for that and see. Now we can hopefully get some construction going on over here, and hopefully we've got this. We probably need some buses and stuff over here to get that. Wow, look at this. We're not too far off. Oh, crap. Some things here. We're not too far off on some of these things. Not too far off. This should hopefully... Missing asphalt. Hopefully we can get asphalt here pretty quickly. We're getting closer, guys. We are getting closer. I might let it run a little bit between episodes and get us a little closer. We can get this piece of construction underway to sort us out over here a little bit. Oh, parked nicely. We'll get another one up and running into that direction. These are all done. I can connect these up a little bit. I needed to check whether our food production is looking a little bit better. 20 workers, honestly? 20 workers? Is that the best you can do? We're obviously not providing sufficient food if that's the case. 41 workers. How many workers in through here? Even no, there they go. Tons of workers there. Maybe what I do, because let's just face it, we've got tons of livestock. So what I'm tempted on doing is maybe what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch off this one, and maybe even this one. For the time being, we'll switch those two off so that all workers are now going to go straight in here so we can really produce foodstuffs. That should hopefully sort that out. Ooh, we've dropped population. We've dropped population badly. Okay, I need to fix a few things. But that's okay. That's okay. Too much population in this game is also not a good thing because frame rate. But anyway, guys, I'm going to call the episode over here. So this is our new plastics and electronics assembly hall up against the river. We should be able to move some stuff out from here. We'll get a distribution office or two. There's a fair bit of stuff that can quite comfortably go in there. But I'm quite happy with where it's at. What I also wanted to do is connect our stuff through there, our rail through there, and even look into a coal processing facility by itself. And we need to get that up and running. Oh, our stadium is nice and working. Awesomeness. I am absolutely loving it. Durbansk over here is starting to look pretty cool, and I'm tempted to start working on some other ships as well. Okay guys, I'm going to call the episode right over here. So if you've enjoyed this, please hit that like button, and if you have some comments, please leave them down below. See you next time. Bye bye.